May the Lord give this council wisdom, discernment and courage to serve the community. Grant also that we may act compassionately and with integrity in the best interest of this Shire. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. I would like to show respect and acknowledge the traditional owners and custodians of the land and elders past, present and future on which this meeting takes place. Thank you, councillors. Okay, councillors, welcome to our March meeting. And we'll ask Mr. GM applications for attending meeting via video link.
Mr. Mayor, I have received a request to attend via video link from Councillor Williamson, who has advised that he's in New Zealand and unable to be present at the meeting today. Having said that, he's also advised that due to transport, he may not be able to Zoom in at the required time, and has asked if he can't get in, that we accept his apologies.
So I'm going to move up. Move.
He's in? Oh, there you go.
Move Councillor Campbell, seconder Councillor Clout, all in favour, against, carried. Apologies. Application for leave of absence, Mr. GM.
No apologies received.
Okay, we got public participation on 03.1, renaming of road, Scone Race Precinct. Steve Keane, CEO of Scone Race Club, for the recommendation. Steve, you come up to the mic, please. You got 4 minutes, Steve, and then I'll give you a bell. You got 1 minute after that. Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor Collison, councillors, general manager and directors. Thank you for giving me the time to present today. And I just want to start by thanking the council and their staff for the work they've done up until this point to get it to this final hurdle. So it's been something we've been working on for near on 9 months now, and thanks for their assistance. So, but the reason I'm here today, I just wanted to give a bit of an overview for those of you that aren't aware of the significance of the names and what they mean to racing and in particular New South Wales. So the three suggested names: Golden Eagle Close, Everest Drive, and Golden Slipper Place. They're now internationally recognised races. So they not only put racing on the map in Australia, they're now being targeted by trainers around the world and spoken about in months and months in advance. So they are quite important to the fabric of racing New South Wales. So look, and to move on from that, when speaking with the general manager, we spoke about the Santa Street and how, you know, that sort of program works where, you know, we vote on or it's appointed to the house that has the best lights, they get Santa Street for the year. What we could potentially do with these roads is when a locally bred horse wins these, you know, very lucrative races, that we could do the same here. And then all of a sudden we're creating another event, you know, when we've got to erect a sign and Gay Waterhouse wins it with a horse that's bred at Yarraman Park, we can get them all down and really just make something of it. And I think that's an exciting part of what potentially could come from these street name changes. So look, and I think what this will do, my experience with council and the race club and Racing New South Wales is there's a very good relationship there. And we like to keep that continuing and keep harbouring a great relationship. You know, Warbirds over Scone, you know, Racing New South Wales let the council use the land free of charge for parking and things like that. And then the $35 million development that will begin in the second half of the year. It's really exciting, and I think it's a vote of confidence for this community that they're willing to spend this money in conjunction with the New South Wales state government to you know, build this facility, and which I think will be part one of in 20 years' time. We're not sure where this will end, so it's going to be fantastic. So. Look, we've spoken to the landowners, which majority are Racing New South Wales, and then some of our trainers. They don't have any issues with the names being changed. And then the last point I just wanted to make is the no commercial gain is being sought after by Racing New South Wales or Scone. We just feel that the names that are there don't represent our area, don't represent Racing New South Wales, and we want to have something in there. And like when I was in my conversations earlier this week, I stated, you know, we could down the track, who knows, we could have an Everest winner who comes out that's bred here, could win 3 or 4 and be like the next Winx. So I know I went to Nagambie and I don't even know why I was going through Nagambie, but I stopped at the Black Caviar statue and did the photo, got out and did all that. So by having these street named after these races, we sort of open ourselves to the potential of that down the track. Now, I'm not saying the next Black Caviar's down the road, but I'm saying it could be, and we'll never know. And you really don't know until it hits the ground. So, yeah, that's all I've got to say on that. So thank you for your time. And yeah, any questions, let me know.
Thanks, Steve. Any councillors got any questions? No questions? Just one quick one.
Fine.
The signage is bought and purchased from Racing New South Wales, the signs?
Yes, yep, we're happy to
Cost
do that.
council?
Yep.
Okay. No more further questions? Thanks, Steve.
No worries.
Okay, councillors, we'll move on to the confirmation of the minutes of the ordinary council meeting on the 27th of February. Got a mover. Move councillor Clout, second councillor McPhee. Any questions, comment, discussion? All in favour? Against? Carried. Disclosure of interest.
Mr. Mayor, I've had 2 provided to me. The first is from Councillor Watts in regard to item G 3.1 being the donation report. Councillor Watts is declaring a non-pecuniary, non-significant interest in her role as the manager of the Scone Neighbourhood Resource Centre, where a donation will be donated to, and she will leave the room for the discussion on that matter. The second is from myself in regard to item CR 3.2 being the General Manager's performance review. It's a pecuniary and significant interest, and I and the staff will leave the room for the discussion of that matter.
Thank you, Mr. GM. Okay, councillors, A03.1, the recognition of length of service from Michelle Walsh. Someone like to move? Got seconder? Councillor Clout. All in favour? Against? Carried. Councillor, I'll just read this out. Michelle Walsh commenced her position in the Upper Hunter Family Daycare on the 19th of March 2003. Prior to this, she had been a registered educator with the Upper Hunter Family Daycare and worked in long day care. Throughout her 20 years with the Upper Hunter Family Daycare, Michelle has taken on challenges and responsibilities, demonstrating her strengths of love of learning, creativity, fairness, and teamwork. This has been evident in the connection she has made with staff, educators, families, and the wider community. Michelle has been the educational leader of the Upper Hunter Family Daycare for over 15 years and has guided the educators through many challenges with the early years learning framework, rating and assessment, and the national quality standards. Michelle has made some important connection with the local leaders and elders of the Wonnarua and Kamirala people and has developed a reconciliation action plan for the Upper Hunter Shire Council Child and Youth Services. She has organised many cultural events, including NAIDOC and Reconciliation Week activities. Michelle's commitment and passion for early learning, along with her kind and caring approach, has afforded her the utmost respect and appreciation. Congratulations, Michelle, on your successful career so far and your achievements over the past 20 years. Unfortunately, Michelle was unavailable to attend the meeting. However, she passes on her thanks and support from the council over many years of service. Congratulations, Michelle, and I'll try and catch up with her during the week. Thank you, councillors. I might just run through the first 3. I might have someone, can someone move I03.1, the renaming of road, Scone Racing Precinct? We might move that up the order to now. Someone like to move? Councillor Campbell, second Councillor McPhee. All in favour? Against? Carried. So we move over to page 83. Okay, councillors. The purpose of this report is to seek council's approval of an application received from Scone Race Club to permanently rename 3 roads within the Scone Racing Precinct. Got a mover by councillor Burns, second. Councillor Watts. Any questions, comment, discussion? No. All in favour? Against? The motion is carried. I think Steve's gone. Oh. Okay, councillors, we'll move back now to page 18, the Environment and Community Services Committee. Move councillor Watts, second councillor McPhee. Questions, comment, discussion? All in favour? Show of hands. Against? Motion is carried. Over to page 24, the Infrastructure Services Committee. Move councillor Campbell, second councillor Clout. Questions, comment, discussion? All in favour? Against? Carried. Over to page 29, Corporate Services Committee. Move councillor Burns, second councillor McKenzie. Questions, comment, discussion? All in favour? Against? Motion is carried. Over to page 35, the Merriwell Age Hostel Committee. Move councillor Watts, second councillor Campbell. Questions, comment, discussion?
Mr. Mayor, only to say that it's been very good for the AIDS hostel at Merriwell, when the accreditation, of course, is now they've got for a further 3-year period. I think it's certainly congratulations to the staff who worked very, very hard, but also the way in which the council has endeavoured to support them in gaining extra expertise to the accreditation. And I'd like to also thank very much Director Matt Pringle for his efforts in that area, also and Wayne Phelps in that area. It's achieved. We have achieved a lot there, and yes, it still has challenges, but it's just really good, and I commend them. Thank you.
Thank you, councillor Campbell. No more comments? All in favour? Against? Carried. Over to page 39, the Community Advisory Committee of Merriwell District. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. Advisory Committee, Merriwell District. Can mover. Move councillor Campbell, second councillor Clout. Any questions, comment, discussion? All in favour? Against? Motion's carried. Over to page 45. It's the Community Advisory Committee of the Murrundi District. Move councillor Watts, second councillor Burns. Any questions, comment, discussion? All in favour? Against? Motion is carried. Over to page 49, the Return and Earn Reverse Vending Machine in Merriwell.
Yeah, so move, Mr. Mayor.
Just hang on till I get a second to councillor
Okay,
Campbell.
sorry.
Move councillor Campbell, second councillor Clout.
If I may add a dot point 3, that the removal of the picnic table, the picnic table with the cover be relocated at Hackett's Lane opposite the Silo Art. Could that be included, please?
You happy with that, councillor Clout? You happy with that, Mr. Jim, to add that?
I'm not
Three.
sure the picnic
The
table is
condition.
going to survive the condition it's in. Were you asking for the Tomra people to relocate it at their cost, or council to relocate it at our cost?
Well, it would be nice if they did, but we're only after the small picnic table. It's not the other section, which would be totally different. I think we're talking about 2 different things. The one these are only the aluminium table and sort of a bench with the cover, which is bolted down, I think, by 4 bolts down on a cement slab.
Mr. Mayor, if we're not talking about the the structure over the top, I think we can relocate the picnic table without too
No,
much trouble.
totally different thing. There's two of those tables would have to be
We'll
removed.
take that on, councillor Camp, to investigate the opportunities, the way to go,
Mr. Mayor, we have the words if practicable.
if practical. You happy with that, councillor Camp?
Yeah, all
If
right,
Practical,
okay.
councillor Clout? Okay. So that's the dot point 3. Any questions, comment, discussion, councillor Burns?
Yeah, I'll just make a comment about it, Mr. Mayor. The reason that we have the Mary War, Murrundi, Aberdeen and Scone CACs is so that these types of things actually come through them. I would think that this email should have been sent to the Mary War CAC, so that could have been investigated before it got to us. That's what it's there for. Anyway, that's my comment. I would think that these things should go through those committees from now on. That's why we have them.
Mr. Pringle, you'd like to
Yeah,
just
okay.
answer that, please?
Oh, Mr. Mayor, would you say it's just the timing, I guess, is the issue for us? Because the community advisory committees only meet quarterly or generally meet quarterly, so sometimes we try and get these up to council sooner rather than later. But we'll certainly take that on board.
Thank you.
Mr.
Councillor
Mayor,
Campbell?
I'm quite very happy to put that on the agenda for the next CAC meeting, which I think comes up on the 17th of April. So if that could be done, I think it's a great idea. Thank you.
Councillor Campbell, after tonight, we move this, the decision's made, so we'll move on, I think, and make it happen, eh? I think it's a great thing for Mary War, so let's see if we can make it happen. Any more questions, comment, discussion? All in favour? Against? Carry. Okay, request for donations. Councillor Watts, you're leaving the room. Do you wish to leave for all of them, councillor Watts, or just we can split them up? You're happy? Okay. Okay, councillor, we'll do the 3 as a block. We've got a mover, as is, councillor McPhee, councillor Clout. Questions, comment, discussion? All in favour? Against? Carry. That was carried in the affirmative. Councillor Watts, the 3 points of that recommendation. Over to page 70, policies review, planning and infrastructure services. Mover, move councillor McPhee, second councillor Burns. Questions, comment, discussion? All in favour? Against? Carry. All in favour? Was that all hands up? Against? Councillor Collison, Watts, McPhee, Mackenzie, Clout, Campbell and Burns for. Councillor Flaherty against. The motion is carried. We have done page 83. We shall move over to page 88. Notice of motion, council's code of conduct and meeting practice. Got a mover. Move councillor Burns. Councillor, second by councillor Clout. You wish to speak, councillor Burns?
I think it's pretty self-explanatory, Mr. Mayor. Sorry, I'm just trying to find it on here. Just reaffirming this council's adoption of those 2 policies, the 2 codes as set down by the Local Government Act of 2013.
Councillor Burns.
Can I just check, councillor Blair, you voted against infrastructure?
Yep.
Minutes?
Yep.
Against. I wasn't sure whether you put your hand up for or against, but it was against the infrastructure. Minutes were against.
Yep. Yeah, I read that, yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to check.
Okay,